Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. I'm here. It's Monday. Welcome to tonight's stream. It's a variety hour. Probably the first that's actually been, like, mostly unplanned. In terms of, I had one game I decided on, and then the rest of the stream we're just gonna wing it. But we will be playing the Spongebob SquarePants movie game. Not the one in 3D. That's the one everybody talks about and says is like, oh, it's like a follow-up to Battle for Bikini Bottom. It's pretty good. No, I'm playing the fucking 2D one that Way Forward made. You know Way Forward, the Shantae guys. You all know them. Yeah, we've been a little bit... I bamboozled you all a little bit. I do want to play the 3D one at some point. Although I'd have to be careful. I don't know if it has any of the copyrighted songs in there. Because that was part of the thing with Cosmic Shake, was that I had to mute the music because it was all, like, music from the actual show. As much as I would love to just have Goofy Goober Rock on stream, Viacom would probably not be happy with the VODs for that, which is very sad. How is Cosmic Shake? It's very good. I liked it a lot. It's just like a really fun 3D platformer. I hadn't played any of the other 3D SpongeBob games, but that was a very good one to start with, I think. Like, playing that, I was like, oh shit, yeah, they do make good games with this guy in it. Some of the jokes didn't land, but it's like a SpongeBob property in 2023. I'm not expecting it to be at, like, the show's peak. Like, SpongeBob is, like, Simpsons for the kids. You know what I mean? Like, The Simpsons is a show, that, like, those first few seasons are generally agreed upon to be, like, absolute classics of TV. And then everything afterwards is, like, it's fine. It's not, like, offensively bad. I mean, some of it is, like, pretty bad, but it's not, like, super, like, offensively terrible for the most part. It's just kind of, like, meh. You know what I mean? Like, there are definitely, like, bad episodes of, like, modern Simpsons and bad episodes of SpongeBob, but it's mostly, like, kind of boring episodes, which is almost worse. I should do a SpongeBob variety hour at some point. We'll play the movie game Battle for Bikini Bottom at the same time, and, like, I don't know, lights, camera, pants. Which is not usually in the conversation as one of the good ones. Although maybe Lights, Camera, Pants is actually an underrated masterpiece. I don't know. I never played it. Play the 3DS movie game. Which one is that? Is that for the second movie? Where they're all superheroes? I saw that movie. It was okay. I wasn't, like, over the moon about it, but I watched it and I was like, yeah, this is, like, a fun enough, like, kids movie. You've heard it's really good? Oh. Maybe I have the wrong notion then. Maybe. I thought the second movie was alright. It's probably one of the only, like, modern SpongeBob things I've seen. At least modern SpongeBob in the sense that it came out in, like, the last decade. Because, like, I definitely saw some post-movie, SpongeBob. But it was mostly, like, Season 4 and Season 5, because I was, like, 7 when those came out. Lights, Camera, Pants is a minigame collection. Heard it's really good. Maybe I'll try it. Maybe I will try it. That would actually kind of be a fun idea. Maybe I should do a SpongeBob variety hour at some point. Not tonight. I wouldn't really be prepared for that. Only successor to the movie game was Atlantis SquarePants on Wii. They were really pushing Atlantis SquarePants. And, like, I remember seeing it as a kid, and it's, like, a fine special. But they, like, really gave that the marketing push. They gave it, like, the Nickelodeon classic of pretending there's, like, a shipping thing in it. And then, like, actually it's just, like, a joke where, like, SpongeBob and Sandy are, like, doing a fake marriage or whatever. They had David Bowie on and he didn't sing. Maybe that was the joke. That could be the joke. The joke is if you get a singer on a comedy show, you don't have them sing. It's the joke that Doug Walker used in Nostalgia Critics The Wall. Well, no, he had the guy from Slipknot sing, but he only sung the SpongeBob SquarePants theme. It all comes full circle! Holy shit. Remember The Best Day Ever? The Best Day Ever is like a weird episode. Oh, Truth or Square was the fake wedding. You're right, you're right. Well, I do remember that they also gave a big marketing push to Atlantis SquarePants, but you're right. I definitely saw both as a kid. I don't know if they had any other major SpongeBob specials after that. I do remember the medieval special. I think that was post-movie. Truth or Square was the 100th episode. Huh. Oh, I also realized, I said it in chat earlier, my false memory of, the Now That We're Men song from the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, was the line, like, I think, like, halfway through the song, where they're like, we never had a chance when we were kids, ha, 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 but look, take a look at what the mermaid did. I misremembered that as take a look at what the heck, or no, sorry. I misremembered it at look at what the heck the mermaid did. And I misremembered it as that because I, like, you know, I saw the movie when I was, like, 4, because it came out when I was, like, 4, and, like, in my mind, like, heck was such a crazy word to say at age 4. If you said heck in kindergarten, you were kind of like a badass. You were like the baddest bitch on the playground. You were showing up with, like, a leather jacket and, like, a Fisher-Price motorcycle. Once you got to first grade, though, if you weren't saying hell, you just weren't hard enough. You know, we say hell in first grade. I actually got in trouble in first grade for saying WTF because I heard it in a Flash cartoon online. Someone told you fuck wasn't a curse and you got home and said it to your parents? That's really funny. You never said hell or damn until, like, 7th grade. I did try and avoid swearing for a bit, and now I think as a result of that, I have, like, the biggest sailor's mouth in the world. Like, I literally call myself Motherfucker Morgan. That doesn't come out of nowhere. American kids start swearing so much later than Irish kids. It's weird because, like, my dad was the kind of guy who would swear a lot. Like, he didn't have any reservations about swearing around his kids. Honestly, power to him. Like, when I was tutoring kids, honestly, a couple times I taught them swears, but I was like, you shouldn't repeat this, okay? But I'm gonna teach you kids about fuck. Partially because I slipped a couple times and did swear in front of the kids. I am voted the #1 motherfucker on Twitch. This is true. From what you can recall, a lot of kids in 2nd grade were swearing, you just didn't want to say it at a young age. You've accidentally sworn in front of your niece. One time when my niece was like... She was like only 2, and she could like speak a little bit, but not super fluently yet. I remember accidentally saying what the hell in front of her, and like I was like, oh no, I hope she doesn't pick that up from me. I should probably start this game also. We're still on the screen. This won't take long. We'll beat it the entirety of the Way Forward SpongeBob movie game tonight. I'm also debating, and maybe you guys can help me with this decision. I might play either Final Fantasy XIV later, or some Theater Rhythm, because that came in the mail today. And it's like probably the only time I'd really stream it. Because I haven't played a lot of Final Fantasy, but maybe we could do the Final Fantasy VII campaign in here. But either way, our options are Final Fantasy related. I also forgot to take it out of the wrapping, but now it is. Well, let's see. Final Fantasy XIV I was maybe only gonna do if, like, a lot of people were around for that. We'll see. I'm definitely doing it tomorrow night. If not tonight. Can I play Gargoyle's Quest? You asked so politely, so I just might. Had Chinese for dinner? Hell yeah. I actually haven't really had a dinner because I had, like, Five Guys and, Boba. I was hanging out with Socks and Damien before they made their big move in a few days. And the Five Guys was good, but also made me a little sick. Boba T's nuts, It's gotta stop playing this song. This might be taken down by Spongebob. I don't remember which one is the layout. There we go. Oh god, my foot fell asleep. Fuck. Ah, this is gonna be so hard, actually. This is gonna be the hardest shit I've ever done. No, why did this have to happen now? Fuck. Why is the Nickelodeon blimp there? Also true. Does the 2D game have... The 3D game does have a bangin' final boss theme? I definitely gotta try it at some point. I might do Battle for Bikini Bottom first before I do the movie game. I need to play that. I've owned Battle for Bikini Bottom for a while, and I kept saying, like, I really gotta play this, and then I just didn't. Oh, where the fuck is my controller? Oh, this is the hardest. Regular or rehydrated? I don't know. I don't know which, like, version people recommend over the other. I do own rehydrated. And I could just easily emulate the original. Seem to be similar. Alright, we're gonna play this, like, weird way forward SpongeBob game. We could probably crank it up to medium. It means I'll actually die, because I played this on easy mode, and I think it gives you, like, infinite health, and the only way you can die is by getting crushed or falling down a pit. Woohoo! I'm ready. Promotion. Sorry, I'm not gonna try and do the Tom Kenny SpongeBob voice. Time to get to the Krusty Krab for my big day. I'm going to be the manager of the Krusty Krab, too. They're basically the same? How quiet is this, also? Okay, this is pretty quiet. This is me turning it all the way up. Yeah, it's like, you get, like, the off-brand SpongeBob. I actually think, like, the sprite work in this game is pretty good. But the cutscenes look weird. Also, yeah, I'll always be a big believer in the movie has to be last chronologically, because where the fuck did the Krusty Krab 2 go otherwise? Oh, I'm already almost dead. I took one hit. Man, this is harder. I should have gone on easy, where I have infinite health. Give me a hamburger. Yeah, no, this is a cute little game. Honestly, it's the best game WayForward's put out. Even better than Shantae and the Witch's Curse. Sorry, it was pirates. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to all the Shantae fans that I let down on my stream. That's not hard to achieve. Kinda true. Kinda true. My hottest take is that I don't even think, like, any of the Shantae games are that good. Like, not even because I'm, like, offended that there's, like, a sexy lady in it. I just think that the Shantae games are all, like, pretty mid. And, like, people only like them because of the character designs. Like, I've heard maybe one of the Shantae games is actually, like, legitimately a good video game. And then the rest are all pretty mediocre. Don't take my word for it, though. Oh, definitely. Plankton goes to fucking jail. Shantae games are games you would not play in front of other people. Fair. Fair. I would not either. Mostly because I wouldn't play a Shantae game, I'm sorry. I just have no interest. Also, hi Mars, welcome. Yeah, we're doing like a SpongeBob cast. You know what this is a result of? the other night when I was just talking about SpongeBob. I'm in a big SpongeBob move. I really should just watch a bunch of, like, old classic episodes. You feel me? SpongeBob's fucking good. Yeah, Mars, you should text and drive. It'll be a fun, cool trick. Someone matched up the Rip Pants song with Harry Styles ripping his pants on stream? Damn. It's a bit disorienting seeing SpongeBob in a 2D game after growing up with the 3D movie game. This feels like a plug-and-play. It is a little bit, but I kind of like the style. I think that SpongeBob and Patrick look nice in this. I do remember SpongeBob Drawn to Life. I think my sister owned that. It's diabolical. Plan Z can't possibly fail. I must take King Neptune's crown. Sorry, SpongeBob, but you have to be a man to be a manager. You're just a kid. I really like the off-model, like, SpongeBobs in, like, the cutscenes. I don't know if they weren't, like, allowed to use assets from the actual movie, or if they thought it was gonna look worse if they were just, like, you know, taking stills from the movie, but it's very funny. It is very funny to see off-model Sponge. Mr. Krabs honestly ain't shit. Isn't he in his 30s? Basically. Me and Jen were talking about it, because we actually did watch the SpongeBob movie very recently. On SpongeBob's wall at his house, he has over 370 Employee of the Month, portraits. Which would mean, if we're taking SpongeBob SquarePants logic at its word, and we're not pretending like it's a goofy cartoon for children, and it's supposed to make you laugh that he has that many. No, he says it explicitly. We did not count it. That would mean that SpongeBob's worked at the Krusty Krab for over 30 years. Which either means that SpongeBob characters do not age, or they were just making a joke. But they would never do that, because SpongeBob isn't a comedy. It's a very serious show. King Neptune's crown, safe and sound. What the? My crown, it's gone! Whoever wears the crown is in charge of the sea. Plan Z. I love Plan Z. Hi, chum. You can see the characters living a long time. That's true. There's an episode where his ID is shown and it shows his birthday. Get the one up like that. Yeah, I gotta play a little carefully compared to how I was playing it before, because again, on medium, you have actual health to worry about. If you play this game on easy mode, which might actually be the preferred way, because it does have some weird, cheap stuff later in the game, but it'll be fine, it'll be fine. This will still take, like, maybe an hour. Oh, no, it'll take an hour and a half instead of an hour. I think Mr. Krabs is not above giving someone 3 Employee of the Month awards in a single month to up productivity without giving them a raise. True. Sponges can live for 1,000 years, can't they? Probably. What about squids and crabs? He could be like a kid in Sponge years. This is true. I think it's great that SpongeBob, despite being an adult, has a jovial whimsy to him. I think it's good. I think, honestly, we could all afford a little bit of whimsy in our lives. We could learn a lot from SpongeBob. SpongeBob really taught us a lot. Didn't teach us that the real monsters are humans, though, but that... Well, no, it kind of did, because of the Cyclops in the movie. He's actually just like a diver in a suit. So maybe SpongeBob did teach us that the real monsters are humans, but also David Hasselhoff debunks this theory. So it's impossible to say either way, honestly. SpongeBob taught us that humans are very nuanced, I think. Yeah, Bikini Bottom is very tropical, for sure. Got a raise of 25 cents, let's go. That really is the kind of raise you get when you work, like, minimum wage. Ow. I didn't dash in time, that's fine. We'll just run. I won't do the funny dash, sorry. Again, I've said it before, but it is wild that Mr. Krabs is painted as, like, a very cheap guy, but apparently he does pay, like, SpongeBob and Squidward enough that they're both homeowners, you know? Like, I'm not gonna argue that Mr. Krabs doesn't, like, you know... he definitely doesn't pay his employees well. But also, apparently, he pays them well enough that they do own houses. Maybe houses are just very cheap in Bikini Bottom. Some starfish species can live up to 35 years. Uh-oh. Patrick doesn't have much time left. Patrick is just a different starfish every episode. Kinda true. Kinda true. Okay, Mr. Krabs should definitely be dead then. The show doesn't have enough realism. What the fuck? Mr. Krabs should be dead. Squids have short lifespans, and most species only live for 1 to 3 years. Oh no, Squidward, watch out! That's why he's so miserable. He doesn't have much time. Oh, I went to an arcade when I was with Socks and Damien today. We mostly chatted the shit a lot, but we did go to the arcade. I played Soul Calibur. I learned that there's a Soul Calibur character that's literally just like a anthropomorphic lizard named Lizard Man, and I made it all the way to the end with him. Can we theorize how many days have passed in the SpongeBob universe? We could do this. I'm gonna be kind of obsessed with saying there was a Lizard Man now. Like, how there was a Sewer Man. Yeah, SpongeBob SquarePants takes place over 2 days. Oh, I'm gonna die. I probably should have done the charge attack. It's fine. We have a bunch of lives from those Sundays. Thing is, there was a Lizard Man and nobody was talking about this. It was awesome. I got the high score in Pac-Man. I played the Pac-Man machine while Socks and Damien were playing, I think, like, Frogger. And I got the high score in Pac-Man. My Pac-Man 99 skills have transferred over to me being pretty decent at, like, real Pac-Man. Better be a fucking Goofy Goober level. I actually don't remember if there is. I think there might not be. This game is, like, fucking bizarre, and only loosely, like, follows the movie. There's, like, one specific part of this game where I'm like, yeah, there's no way the devs of this game were allowed to actually watch the movie, because, like, the way they present it is, like, so fucking bizarre. It's a whole level on Hasselhoff's chest. There is a Hasselhoff level in this game. I think the last world of this game is named after David Hasselhoff, which is very funny. I think it's very funny that there's a David Hasselhoff world in a SpongeBob game. Or just like any video game in general, honestly. Hasselhoff level, but no Goofy Goober level. It is fucked up. I can't get over how fucked up King Neptune looks in this cutscene. What is wrong with him? Why does he look like that? Like, he's like so off-model in a way that I like can't place. Cause they got the general idea. He's got the bald. But something about him looks wrong, you know? He kind of does look like Homer. Maybe that's the problem. He does kind of look like Homer. Eugene Krabs, you shall remain frozen until my crown is returned. All clues point to you, crown taker. I'll prove I'm a man by getting that crown back. Mr. Krabs, I will save you in the town and the crown. Yeah, they skipped the entire Goofy Goober scene and SpongeBob having a drunk rant. So, terrible video game. Quick, to the paddy wagon. Hello, Cosmic Plays. Welcome. Let's go get that crown, Pat. I'm a big fan of this off-model Sponge. Like, this specific off-model SpongeBob song, or model, is like... You would see this in, like, a SpongeBob fan game from, like, the 2000s. You know what I mean? Like, this does not feel like a SpongeBob that would be in an official game. Let's go get that crown, Pat. Should you steam some eggs? Hell yeah. Shell City ahoy. Oh yeah, these levels are... Well, actually I was playing on easy mode where you can't die, so these are extremely easy because I couldn't die. This is off-model in the way the bootleg characters that you draw for kids' events are off-model. God. This is something to look at. GBA games that have, like, fake 3D. It does look very good sprite-wise. When it's not, like, trying to do, like, the weird-looking cutscenes, this game, like, looks really good, honestly. Disorienting camera view for a driving level? Yeah. Be careful, there's a jellyfish. Especially for, like, dodging the stuff on the sides. Like, when you have to jump over stuff that's on the side because there's a jellyfish above you, it's, like, fucking impossible. It kinda is, like, an infinite loop-de-loop. It's a little fucked up. Oh god, I didn't mean to fast forward. That's okay, we didn't skip any cutscenes. Woohoo! We're about to cross the county line! This is like the one time where SpongeBob and Patrick don't look off-model. Like, these very much look like these were official renders from, like, Nickelodeon. Nothing's going to stop us from manhood now. Crash Bandicoot. And then they go back to being, like, slightly off-model. Let's talk to that vehicle inspector. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Thugfish. Them driving in a loop-de-loop sounds like it'd be a SpongeBob gag. Kinda true. Kinda true. You babies better step aside. Oh, fuck. I forgot you have to, crouch under those. There we go. 3 hits and they're done like a Mario boss. This is making you want to watch the SpongeBob movie? Yes! That was the plan! Yes! I love the SpongeBob movie. He just took the paddy wagon. I don't think he was the vehicle inspector. I don't think he's coming back. I guess SpongeBob is on model in that too, but that's like generic SpongeBob art. Like, that's art that they've used in like marketing and stuff, you know what I mean? Here's Coral Canyon. Where's the reef? Did they just make a boss out of a 2-second gag character? Yep. I mean, to be fair, how many bosses could they really do based on the SpongeBob movie? Like, Dennis is obvious, and they do have a Dennis fight, and, like, the Cyclops, too. I'm trying to think, like, what else would they do? I guess, like, anybody at the thug boat could work. Because those are dastardly men. And they need to destroy all bubble-blowing weenies. Have I seen the Mario Sports Amiibo cards? I don't know if I have. I need to be careful also, I'm about to die. Can't find the lid for the steamer? Uh-oh. Getting a tooth pulled tomorrow? Ooh, good luck. Good luck. Could have fought the fish rednecks in the chair. Oh, those guys are just regular enemies. In this game. Twitch did not like you saying rednecks. I guess it is kind of like a rude term, a little bit. But it's not that rude. Those rednecks die in the 3D game. Haven't seen this game in decades. Hi, Code Blue, welcome. And hi, Nematode. Welcome. Anima. Ice Cream Old Lady Anglerfish is a boss in the console version. Right, she is a boss in this game. I forgot about that. It's weird, I kind of forget that's like a part of the movie. Even though that like part of the game is like a little fucked up. There's like one specific level of this game around like that part of the movie that's like supremely fucked. Like it's considered like the hardest level in the game. Okay, I gotta be careful. I gotta be careful, I have no health. I like to get those 1-ups if possible, but it doesn't look like I can get it. Yeah, the giant clam is a little scary. Mustaches. I love that the mustaches give invincibility in this game. It's a really good touch. I like that the peak of like masculinity for like SpongeBob and Patrick really is just like mustaches. Like they think that's the manliest shit in the world. And like I feel like if you're like a kid, that probably would be like super like masculine to you because you see like all the older guys with like their mustaches and you're like, whoa, that guy is a manly man. So we got our first death. But I think first death in World 2 is pretty alright. Hey, Cosmic Plays redeemed pretty good, and I gotta say, it's pretty good. A kid or a teenager in 2012? I mean, I don't know if it was necessarily peak of masculinity. Uh-oh. Atticus just redeemed pretty bad. I killed SpongeBob again. I kind of suck at this. You know what it is? I keep, like, accidentally pressing down, and it does, like, the butt slam. It's a little hard to do. The Switch Pro Controller D-pad is, like, not that good. Yeah, the Death Sprite is based on the SpongeBob. He has no water. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. SpongeBob, be careful. Be careful. You've heard Sponge 10 times. I'm sorry. I died. Well, they could stand to give me a little bit of a better view of below, to be honest. Am I just gonna, like, lose all my lives in this one level? We just might. No! Fuck! Switch Pro Controller! Sucks dick. Do not buy. Like how SpongeBob dies for real, but Patrick stands there screaming. Come on, man. Come on, man. It's fine. If I get a game over, I should switch to a different SpongeBob game. I do have Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated downloaded. I actually probably do, because I think I have the entire GBA library on my computer. Legally, of course. I own every GBA game legally. And I dumped them myself, Nintendo. I promise. So I probably do have all the other ones. There's a couple old game libraries that I just have the entirety of. Legally, of course. Legally. I'm a big game collector that I own all of this legally, and I just wanted to have a save of it. How many worlds are there? 6. This game has way too much effort put into it for a SpongeBob game. Ain't that the state of all the SpongeBob games, though? They're all, like, pretty high effort. Have I played Faith, the Unholy Trinity? Fuck yeah, that game's dope. I streamed the entirety of that when it first launched. I had a good time with it. Faith is awesome. I got a little scared because the VOD of that like popped off a little bit on YouTube, but it wasn't too much more than usual. I don't think it ever cracked 100 views, but it was close. Which, you know, VODs usually don't average that much. Although they've been doing a lot better since coming back. Pizza Tower VOD swept. God, Pizza Tower Part 2 is like so close to being like the second most viewed VOD ever, which is fucked up. All Faith makes you think of is Mortis. Well, that's classic. That is classic media. There's a secret in the files. Ooh. Faith is awesome, and I would recommend anybody play it. Just don't get scared, okay? I didn't get scared. I think it's very funny that I can play, pretty scary horror games and not feel anything about it. There's a Morbius reference in the files? Awesome. And that shit still didn't make any money. Truly the Morbius sweep. Morgan is now a top 100 streamer, but only in VODs. Kinda true. Kinda true. I will say, genuinely, the VOD channel has been doing very well recently, at least comparative to the fact that I'm a very small-time streamer. It's definitely, like, the 2023 streams have definitely been averaging more views than, like, any other year. Except maybe 2019, but also a lot of those VODs have been up for, like, a while. So it's kind of natural that a decent amount of them would have, like, pretty good views. Fuck. I didn't mean to fast forward. There's also, like, the weird... One of the things with this game is that you have this, like, bucket thing. And what you're supposed to do with it is that you're supposed to use it when you're, like, surrounded by enemies and just do, like, a screen nuke. But it's, like... it's, like, not that good. Because there's never really a point where, like, you would want to use that over just, like, charging into enemies. You have a friend who thought you were his dad in 2005. Wait, how did he think you were his dad? Like, were you, like, fucking with him online? Like, you were like, hey, I'm, like, your dad, though, and, like, you have to get off the computer or something. How did he think you were his dad? Got the checkpoint. Just randomly did that stuff. Very strange. The thug tug! We got a straight path for it. Ow! Okay, not so straight. I'm sorry, I saw the sign and I thought we were at the end of the level. Now we are. It's fucked up, they don't have a Goofy Goober level, but they do have a Thug Tug level. Have I ever heard of Hell of a Boss? That's what they always be calling me. To be honest. But if it's a thug tug, that's what the bar in the movie is. But I think it was just called... Maybe it was called Thug Tug, I don't remember. I need to stop getting hit by enemies. That's fine, there's a sandwich right there. A burger, sorry. Level is very generous with health. But yeah, they have a Thug Tug level, but not a Goofy Goober level. This is kind of a developer oversight, to be honest. Although I guess like the Thug Tug is better. Why didn't they use the salty spittoon? I think it's probably for the same reason that like the King Neptune design in the movie is different from the one in the show. I think it was one of those weird things where like this was before Paramount owned Nickelodeon, so I think there was like a weird licensing thing where it like either Paramount or Nickelodeon weren't allowed to include some things in the movie because like it was being distributed by one or the other. It was weird. It was weird. Thug Tug Thug. This is the second time they're just using a random thug as a boss. You guys must be the baby face baby heads. Time to take you down. No, sir, you must have been mistaken us for some other baby face baby heads. Yeah. The passwords are so funny. They definitely are. Oh, I gotta be careful. Get out of here. Easy clap. Playing Destiny 2 and you single-handedly killed 3 legendary mini-bosses in 5 seconds? Let's go. Thug Tug really is, though. We have the salty spittoon at home. The key! I can't believe he had the key to the paddy wagon. And there's the paddy wagon. Back to the man quest. Yeah, these... great passwords in this game. Let's do this real quick. One of the things that you do with the clams is that you can buy stuff. Not much, but you can. You can buy extra lives. This is a secret. What could it be? I don't want that. I just want extra sponges. Yeah, here's Mindy. She looks so fucked up in this. I hate her 1,000-yard stare. Oh god! My foot is falling asleep. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's on pins and needles. Spatula being a key to his burger car was a good bit. I think it's a very advanced bit for the SpongeBob movie to basically confirm that SpongeBob is good at driving, except when he's being tested. Like, SpongeBob could very well be, like, a very safe driver, it's just that he sucks ass at tests, so he'll never pass it. He passes that entire... He drives just fine that entire movie. Here's the desert. Remember the episode where he had a different boating teacher? I don't think I remember that. That might have been post-movie. And my knowledge of a lot of things post-movie is limited. Like, again, I remember a lot of the specials Nickelodeon did for the post-movie series, or seasons. It was post-movie, Mrs. Puff got replaced and there was a new instructor. I see. I feel like I vaguely remember that, but I don't think I actually watched it. I think I just saw, like, screenshots of it. Or maybe I saw, like, Nickelodeon advertise it. Depending on how late this was. Oh, fuck. That's okay. We won. We won with 1 health. Have I ever played Scorn? I don't think so. I feel like I should know what that is. I've definitely heard the title, but I haven't connected the dots in my head. It's kind of like an AMA stream right now. You guys should tell me, give me all your best questions. I'm only gonna answer 1 question for the rest of the stream. That's not true. I'll answer more, but it'd be funny if I only answered 1. You have to make this a really good question. Ask me anything, but only once. Do I like soup? Yes. Is mayonnaise an instrument? No, Patrick, mayonnaise is not an instrument. How am I? I'm doing pretty good. I had a fun day with my friend Socks. They were very tired. Socks was very tired, but that's natural. They were up streaming until like 5 AM last night. I actually, like, genuinely, like, I left a little after their Bardonic ramen bit. I was so fucking worried. Like, the whole night I was thinking, is Socks just gonna be sick after this? Like, am I, like, not gonna see them tomorrow because they're gonna be sick from the ramen? That did not happen, thankfully. But I was thinking about it. What's my favorite bug? Ooh, good question. I don't know. I think beetles are cool. But there's, like, a lot of them. So I feel like that might be a little vague. No, Patrick, horseradish is not an instrument either. At work today, you had a dog named Socks? Maybe your friend was tired because they were in the dog saloon first? Maybe. By the way, shout out to any of you guys in chat. I did see a few names I recognized in Socks chat. I think the most powerful I felt last night was not when I was killing Socks in Minecraft. I don't think I ever got a full kill on Socks. I think I just helped a little bit. But the most powerful I felt was when we all realized that Socks wasn't deafened. So I just went on stream and said, hey guys, hey chat, if you can hear this, everybody type !Reddit if you want free Reddit gold. And like the entire chat blew up with that, and that was maybe the most powerful feeling. Have I ever played Doors? No, I have not. I've seen Socks play it though. Oh wait, actually I think I played it once. I think they might have played that during Scarefest and I played a little bit of it. But I forgot about it because I don't get scared. I think that might have been the scary Roblox game. Or one of them. We also played this is like a weird Winnie the Pooh story game. I remember that. I think I actually didn't get to join for that, but I remember watching it and being befuddled. Getting the face cam jump scare face was your favorite moment. It was so good. I just randomly went to chat. Hey, can someone real quick donate to Scare Socks? And I think Tyler did. Tyler's a little mischievous. Teddy's Mountain Adventure. I hope Socks enjoys their stream break. Socks is a good friend of the stream. Okay, these next couple of levels are when the game gets kind of hard, because you could get insta-crushed. So I have to be a little careful here. Not only can I get insta-crushed, I have actual health for this part. When was there a desert in the movie? I guess this is the desert, the part where they're in the Bone Land. There's a new place called The Rooms with 3 entities. I need to play some Roblox stuff, honestly. I need to play Socks Find Everything game. That was something I wanted to do last year when the beta first came out, but I just, like, haven't. Maybe I'll do that soon. We'll see. That's Bones! That's scary! Is this the Now That We're Men segment? No, that's a little later. This is the segment where they find the fucked up grandma in the Beast. I can't reach the burger. I guess it won't matter much if I get crushed anyways. The extra health is not gonna save me from that. Oh, I got scared for a second. It's fine. It's fine. We're literally okay, guys. Funny that some of the enemies in this game are the same from the other version. Yeah, they were probably allowed to talk with the devs of the other SpongeBob movie game, but not with the people who actually made the movie. Again, they were probably told some things, but some things in this game are just like... what were they cooking? We are Gucci Gang. Do not. Oh, fuck. That hammer guy is in such a fucked up place. That's like so hard to dodge. Okay, it's fine. Okay, the next level is the one that's considered the hardest in the game. So let's see if I first try it or if we fuck it up. Because I actually did first try it on my own, but I didn't have the distraction of a chat. I think this is also the only level that uses this song, which is a shame, because this is a pretty dope track, honestly. Kasuaida, yeehaw. We did have kind of a yeehaw moment when I streamed TF2 yesterday. Because there was someone who was in chat who was doing Big Iron karaoke. Hate levels like these, they scare you so bad as a kid. Mm-hmm. Spooky's jump scare mansion. A little bit. Oh fuck, I'm supposed to be going this way. God, this really is like the wall of flesh that chases you in that game, except it's bones. Oh, I'm so close, come on! Woo. Okay, we just have to get through this, and then we'll be good for the rest of the level, because there's, like, no enemies here, really. Isn't it just the Morgan way to do, like, the hardest sections in games, like, first or second try, and then, like, all the easy shit I die over and over again because I'm being careless? That really is just, like, 90% of all streams I do. It's only the easy shit that gets me stuck. Well, no, that's not true. Sometimes really hard stuff gets me. But not often. Why is this so scary? The Morgan promise. The Morgan promise. I trust you. I trust you. Do not bring up Baldi's basics. Dear God is dope. And Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion, Dear God is dope. I had, like, a thing. This was, like, an old Super Cool Gaming thing, but I used to call, not, like, the first entity, but, like, the first entity you really encounter that isn't cardboard cutouts. It's, like, the one green guy who, like, chases you and he's kind of weak. I always called him Vom Guy, because he kind of just looks like, he just looks like a dude made of puke. To me. Like the slime one and the bedsheet ghost. Mm-hmm. It kind of is like a little green jello. But that was like my bit. When I did the Super Cool Gaming playthrough of Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion back in like 2017, I just kept calling him Vom Guy. Dude, fuck. Super Cool Gaming was like 6 years ago now. Well, almost. It turned 6 in June. That's fucked up. And, like, there's probably a decent amount of you in chat who are like, what the fuck is Super Cool Gaming? If you get 1 follower, you will change your profile picture to Dear God. Let's do this, Tumblr. Fucking A. Super Cool Gaming was a thing. I think that is, like... I have some affection for, like, a decent amount of the old YouTube stuff I used to do. Not really Super Cool Gaming. Come here, my sweets. Come and get some ice cream, my sweets. No thank you, scary tongue grandma in a monster's mouth. Ice cream. I like how that's not punctuated. Ice cream. You gotta do that. This isn't too hard. SpongeBob's smart in this game. True. Well, to be fair, she didn't really even really fake like she was just selling ice cream. She was already in the monster's mouth by the time SpongeBob and Patrick got to her. So I don't think it's so much that SpongeBob's smart in this game, I think it's that the grandma is dumb in this game. Oh fuck. I forgot that's not the run button. That's the dash. It's weird that this game has both a run button and a dash button, but whatever. Music is pretty good. There's not a lot of songs in this game, and they really, like, reuse one of the songs, which, once we get to, like, the Shell City levels, you'll know exactly which song I mean. But the songs that are here are pretty good. For like, GBA tracks, they're alright. You guys know the deal with the GBA. It did not have a good sound chip at all. A lot of the heavy lifting that went into, like, a lot of the best GBA soundtracks come from, like, the CPU. More so than the actual sound chip. I remember, like, this is... I don't know if this is true, but I remember there being a rumor that the GBA didn't even have a real sound chip. I don't think that's true, but I could see why people would believe it. Fan-made hardcore mod with Specimen 8 in it. Okay, this is the part of the movie where I don't understand, like, there's no way the people making this game watched the movie. Like, they were just told what happens in the movie, they didn't actually get to watch it. Thank goodness I caught you before you went into that dangerous trench. Close your eyes and I will turn you into men with my mermaid magic. Now it's time to unleash the manliness of our mustaches. Is this better or worse than Chainsaw Man? Specifically this game or the movie? Yes to both. Yes to both. Sorry. Chainsaw Man is alright. I've only read the first 23 chapters. I'll read the next 23 chapters when I also want to watch some SpongeBob. I've decided that it'd be very funny if SpongeBob and Chainsaw Man were permanently linked in my mind forever. Fuck! He launched a can right at me. They really are. They're like bookends to each other. I literally, like, I posted about this on Twitter. And, like, I got to the scene in Chainsaw Man where, like, they're drinking at the bar and, like, one girl gets, like, really pissed drunk. And, like, I remember, like, after reading a bunch of chapters, I played the SpongeBob movie game, and I was like, it would be really funny if I just said, like, that the drinking scene is, like, SpongeBob and Patrick getting wasted in the movie. Have fun. Have fun. Oh god, that scene is crazy. Like, Chainsaw Man is good. That is not a piece of media that you want to go in without, like, a bunch of warnings. Because I almost didn't, like, know that Chainsaw Man was more fucked up than it was. I just saw it and I was like, oh, this is, like, the goofy, like, anime of the week. But no, there's some crazy shit that happens in there. I thought that you guys lied to me. I thought Makima was a girl boss, but she's actually like kind of weird. What the hell, guys? You lied to me. You thought the bar scene just reminded me of SpongeBob and I had an insatiable urge to consume SpongeBob content? Honestly, like, it might have been subconscious. It would be very funny if SpongeBob inadvertently caused me to read Chainsaw Man. That rock was homed in on me. That was fucked up. But no, it was actually, like, me and Jen very recently rewatched the SpongeBob movie together. So I think that was more why I was, like, thinking about this game, because, like, I had watched the SpongeBob movie recently, and I was like, man, I remember this weird SpongeBob game from when I was a kid that I could never beat. Can I actually say that this is, like, we are at the point in this game where I think I did not get to as a kid, because I don't think I got as far as the trench. I think I had to use passwords to see anything else in the game because I could not get past that one level with the skulls. I also couldn't beat the tongue monster boss. I think I did a password for that. I could not beat it. At least I was savvy enough to, like, be on the computer at that point and be on, like, cheat code websites. So I could see more of the game. Because I do remember the Shell City levels later being fucked up. But I don't think I ever actually beat any of them. I think I just skipped around with passwords. But yeah, no. I hate to break the illusion for everyone. I did not actually, like, play the SpongeBob movie video game because I was reading Chainsaw Man and saw a bar scene and I was like, this is exactly like SpongeBob and Patrick getting fucked up on milkshakes at Goofy Goobers. I made it up for Twitter. I'm sorry. I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me. I need a checkpoint. This level's kind of hard. You forgive me for now? Thank you. Come on, man. This rock! This rock! Remember the Royal Hack.net bot crisis? I don't know if I do. Only bot crisis I'm super, like, aware of was the TF2 one. That is, like, both ongoing, but also isn't. We haven't decided yet. There were quite a few bots when I played it yesterday, but not a crazy amount. Ow. I'm kind of doing bad on this level. Maybe that's why I couldn't. Oh, that was a TF2 hack thing. Okay. Then I probably don't remember it just because I don't remember, like, the specifics of a lot of the hacks that were happening. Because I was definitely playing TF2 during that time, and I definitely saw a lot of bots. Oh, God. Like, again, there are still, like, more bots on average than there used to be. But I think for the most part, the worst of it is over. So long as, like, you know, it doesn't get really bad again. Creature from the Krusty Krab is one of the 4 GBA games you owned as a kid. You played that so much. You want to know something funny about, like, me owning this game? I kind of think I own this game partially because my parents bought me, like, a decent amount of those, like, GBA video cartridges. You remember those where it'd be, like, the lowest quality for, like, cartoons on, like, the Game Boy Advance? They'd be all crunched to hell. I would not be surprised if my parents thought the SpongeBob movie was like that. You had the Shrek one and Codename Kids Next Door. I do remember the Vine Sauce bots in TF2. That was a more recent one. That's still, like, very funny to me. A little bit. Like, everybody knows Vinny Vine Sauce is a big TF2 guy. I mean, he's always streaming it. It's all he streams these days. I kind of remember the Dough Shotter ones. I don't know if I remember the cat bots. Again, I don't remember all the specifics of, like, the TF2 bot crisis. Because it's been going on so fucking long. Do you remember Omegatronic? Now, I don't want anyone to say this in chat, obviously. Or at least not say what slur it is, but I think I vaguely remember there being, like, a bot in TF2 that did have a slur name during the bot crisis. Nobody say what it was in case there was, but I feel like I remember that. I feel like I remember I had to, like, delete a VOD because I was like, oh no, that's a lot of guys with slur names. Like, actually, there was one that had very bad fascist imagery. Yeah, I think you're right. Oh, SpongeBob and Patrick, please. Guys, it's okay. Guys, it's okay. We just have to go behind it. Fuck. It bounced back. Gamers are so normal. This is so true. That boulder hates you. That boulder is fucking me up so bad. It's a good thing we have so many, like, lives. And this level kind of does shower you in lives a little bit. I did. Honestly, that's probably the best Patrick you'll ever get out of me. Because I don't think I could do Patrick's normal voice. Like, I'm trying to remember in my head, like, generally what Patrick's, like, normal voice sounds like, and I think it's, like, a little too deep for my vocal range. Like, I can only do deep voices when they sound fucked up. Like this! Like, my voice, I think my voice is not deep enough for Patrick. I could probably do SpongeBob. If I really put my mind to, like, trying to replicate the SpongeBob voice, I could probably do it. It's not a deep voice. Like, it's deeper than my normal range. It's not, like, the deepest voice. But it's deeper than my normal voice. The heck was that? That was one of my fucked up deep voices. Fuck. That was like Guy Fieri dipped in a fryer. True shit. If I just keep dying in this level, I could just keep playing it forever. Because we just get, like, we can just keep getting the life here. And, like, the 2 lives from up there. So we're at no risk of game overing. I don't know if there's a real consequence for getting game over. I don't know if you would have to insert a password in to, like, continue at that point, or if the game just lets you do it. But this is, like, easy. We can kind of just do this forever until we win. That's the benefit of this being, like, a game for, like, children. Especially a game for children that wasn't made, like, in the 80s or 90s, is that they're usually more generous. If you played, like, a game made for, like, 5-year-olds in, like, the NES era, like, you were prepared to be playing that game for the rest of your fucking life, because that shit would have, like, some impossible shit that would be, like, so hard to deal with. And it's like, bro, I just wanted to punch people as Batman. I didn't ask for all this. Also, no problem, Cosmic Plays. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good night. We did eventually beat that level. That did take a bit. Game is ramping up in difficulty. I gotta say, though, genuinely, like, playing this game again, this game's not half bad. I would even go as to say, if you're a fan of, like, weird little 2D platformers and also a fan of SpongeBob, this game's pretty good. I mean, I'm a fan of SpongeBob, and I'm like, yeah, I'm enjoying this. It's, like, funny to see, like, a weird, bizarro version of what the movie is like. Like, it's kind of like the movie. It has a lot of the same beats, But there's also just, like, weird changes here and there. If you, like SpongeBob at all, by the way, and you haven't seen the movie, you absolutely should. It's a banger. Honestly, it's a banger of a movie. I still like it a lot. And you guys know me, I'm not as big into children's animation these days, but I still have a fondness for old SpongeBob. And, like, I don't think it's just because, like, I watched it as a kid. I just actually think that, like, old SpongeBob has aged, like, exceptionally well. You know what I mean? Like, modern SpongeBob is fine, but it's definitely more in line with a lot of, like, kiddier animation. But, like, old SpongeBob is just, like, very good and very unique. Honestly, part of it is that it's a little bit of a fucked up show. Like, when they show those guys exploding into the blimp in Band Geeks, which is, like, one of the most beloved episodes of that show, people would just randomly die on SpongeBob. You guys remember that one episode where, like, SpongeBob and Patrick are, like, fighting in... Or no, it wasn't SpongeBob and Patrick fighting in an arena. I think it was maybe the snail races. It was some episode where they were in arena. The snail races episode is fucked up for other reasons, but there's, like, an episode where they're, like, doing an event thing at an arena. And, like, there's a point where, like, a bunch of fish get fried, and they go into fish sticks, and the one dude just, like, starts selling the people who got fried. It's fucked up. That's fucked up. That was when SpongeBob and Patrick had a fight. Okay. SpongeBob did have a little bit of, like, a morbid sense of humor. But that is kind of why it was, like, a little charming. Because sometimes little fucked up things just happen. And it was never, like, a horror show or anything. Like, it was very much played for laughs. It was mostly just, like, kind of morbid slapstick sometimes. It's just a good, funny show. And a lot of those earlier seasons. That was your dad's favorite SpongeBob bit? Yeah. Good gallows humor. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Slightly morbid, but not edgy. Yeah, because it's, like, still palpable for kids. You don't see it, and you're like, oh my god, I can't believe they would show that on kids' TV. It's just, like, when you get older, you're like, that's kind of fucked up. But also kind of dope. Because it's fucked up. Like, it's nothing that, like, is so offensive that I would be like, I don't know if we should show this to a kid. But it is a little fucked up. It's good. And I mean, like, there are a lot of jokes in early SpongeBob that don't rely on, like, you know, morbidity, obviously. And it's also, like, I don't know, there's, like, so many iconic moments in those earlier seasons. I don't know, I like SpongeBob. And it's, like, a little hard to analyze why, other than saying it's, like, really good at what it does. It's good at being, like, a weird undersea comedy. And there's a reason why it's, like, so enduring to this day. It really is, like, the kids' version of Simpsons. Because even though SpongeBob really only had those first few seasons as, like, the peak of the show, people still talk about the show all the time, and it's still, like, on the air. Like, people are obsessed with, like, these two shows, even though, like, their best years are, like, way beyond them. And, like, it's never been a question of, like, oh, these newer seasons are not that great. Was this show ever good? Like, no, people generally agree that those earlier seasons were just, like, really, really good. And maybe part of the later seasons isn't so much that they're, like, straight up awful. It's just that they're, like, not as good as what came before, so it seems a lot worse. You know what I mean? Because, again, I would define, like, later SpongeBob and, like, later Simpsons as, like, just kind of mediocre, which makes it seem worse than it is just because of how strong they started. Does this make sense? Am I making sense? I'm trying to make sure not to ramble too much today, because when I was with Socks and Damien, I ended up, like, kind of info dumping a lot about Pokemon. And it was like, I appreciated them listening, I think Damien understood more. I think a lot of it went over Sox' head, because I don't think Sox is, like, a huge Pokemon head. They straight up do not like modern Pokemon, from what I can tell. Which is, like, fair. I think that's fair. It does make sense? Okay, good. The people dying in a blimp in Band Geeks reminds you of the tweet from someone that worked on Regular Show that was like, we were allowed to kill anyone as long as they blew up. That's so good. I kind of want to watch Regular Show. I wasn't allowed to watch Regular Show when I was younger. And, like, I probably could have because it was, like, airing when I was a teenager, and at that point, like, who gives a shit? But when I was, like, just starting, in, like, the first episode of the show, like, Mordecai and Rigby say, like, pissed off. It was either Mordecai or Rigby, and my mom was like, you can't be watching this. You're, like, 10. Like, my mom, she probably thought that we were, like, accidentally watching, like, Adult Swim or something, because they say pissed. Which is, like, I wouldn't even classify pissed as, like, a swear word, but it's definitely a more edgy word than, like, a kid would normally hear on a show. They did have to censor that. That probably was, like, a widespread thing, as a bunch of parents saw Regular Show. And, like, it said, like, pissed in the first episode, and they were like, we can't be showing this to our kids, and Cartoon Network had to do something to save the ratings. You got in trouble once for saying pissed in middle school? Damn. Like, that doesn't even feel like that offensive of a word. Like, it feels like offensive on the same level as, like, hell. Which I guess you probably wouldn't want to say hell in, like, a kid's show either, but I don't know. It doesn't seem like that bad. Fuck, I'm dead. Your mom didn't care because you remember watching that episode in your mom's room? Mm-hmm. Yeah, we don't have enough TV shows that say screwed. See, that's the problem. I don't like a lot of kids shows because they're not brave enough to say pissed and screwed. I like to believe that Adventure Time, if they could get away with it, they would've. Adventure Time's a good show. In terms of, like, children's animation, Adventure Time's pretty banger. I like that show a lot. I don't know, I kind of dump on children's animation a little bit, because I'm just, like, I don't know. I think, like, people online who exclusively, like, watch children animation, like, sometimes they're just, like, the biggest goobers on Twitter ever. So I'm just, like, you're saying this about, like, a show for, like, 5-year-olds. You can't be doing this. There are definitely some cool children's cartoons fans. But there's also a lot of them that are, like, the most annoying kind of person online. I remember that also, the Adventure Time what the fuck storyboard. Dude, what the fuck? They should have let him say it. Finn should have been allowed to say fuck once. Both Finn and Jake should have been allowed one fuck. Especially in those later seasons. I think it would have been warranted. You know what show I definitely don't like? I did not care for Steven Universe. I don't have anything against the Steven Universe fandom, except that you guys really need to debate on, like, a better TV show. But, like, it's just not that good. It was, like, I watched the entire first season, and it was, like, very boring to me. I did not enjoy Steven Universe at all. You have everything against the entire Steven Universe fandom because people kept saying your art looks like it. That's respectable. I would be kind of pissed off about that too. If someone said my streams are like, Morgan, your streams are exactly like Steven Universe, I would be like, Lord is tempting me to say something that would be against TOS. That's how pissed off I would be. Like, you could not contain my rage if my streams were if you thought my streams were Steven Universe like. Alright, listen, we're not learning a lesson about how we should all be friends on the motherfucker Morgan stream. We're learning lessons about, sex with your mom. Lol. BoJack rules 1 fuck per season, and it's always during something very fucked. I need to watch BoJack Horseman. I've heard it's a very good show. I know that there's a lot of deep shit that goes into it, though, so I'd have to be careful. Probably not right away while I'm in the middle of still reading Chainsaw Man, but at some point. This is no great thing. Like, I love being the kind of person who can enjoy a variety of things, because I love being the kind of person who's, like, playing a Spongebob game, reading Chainsaw Man, playing Fire Emblem. I like Pokemon. I was info dumping about Pokemon. This is the benefit of being a variety kind of person. Variety really is the spice of life. Steven Universe to you was a show that had to exist, so like Owl House and OKKO could exist, but you don't like Steven Universe? I didn't like OKKO either, and I was like a little mean about it for a while. It's kind of a funny story. I made like a mean tweet about OKKO on Twitter when it was like really popular, because there was like one storyboard artist that was like, yeah, I made like Professor Venomous like super sexy in this scene on purpose, guys. And I was like a teenager, and like that really annoyed me, so I made like a mean tweet about it. And like the funny thing about it is like I know for a fact that, like, one decently popular artist on Twitter, and I'm not gonna name them because I'm not petty like that, but one popular artist on Twitter blocked me for it, and I was like, oh, why would they block me? I don't really post, like, that much crazy stuff on Twitter. Nothing that would usually get me on a block list, and then I found out this person is an OKKO fan, and it made sense to me. I was like, oh. I kind of feel like, honestly, that OKKO post is, like, a little mean. It's maybe the meanest post I've made. I don't know if it's that much meaner than, like, Aaron Hansen Cum Coma, you know what I mean? But I think, like, Game Grumps fans, like, very much took the Aaron Hansen Cum Coma post in stride. Like, yeah, he would die of that, though. But the OKKO tweet, I definitely, like, ruffled a few feathers with that. I'm not a very angry person anymore. I don't have that kind of rage in me. You don't think you've seen the OKKO post? If you just look up my, like, Twitter username and OKKO, you'll probably find it.
Mickey! It's Riku! They put bugs in him!
What? Also, hi, Devi. Welcome. Uh-oh. Well, welcome. Welcome. We're playing some Sponge. But yeah, I don't have much against OKKO these days. They probably could have done a different character design for the one girl, because she's like a teenager and that's a little weird. But like if someone likes OKKO, like that's fine. I don't get it personally, but like it's whatever. I don't have that kind of rage about shit I don't care about these days. Like if I was shitting on every piece of media that like I didn't get as like a kid, like I would be like a lot more miserable right now. I'm gonna die of a timeout. I don't know how this happened. It's okay, I died of running out of health, so maybe that counteracted the timeout. Why did it spawn me in front of a pit? Why did it do that? I walked right before the fucking transition finished and I just died again. Awesome. Thank you, Way Forward. That's an awesome Way Forward moment. Although I'm not gonna blame them too much for it. I can't imagine they had a lot of time to complete this game. This game probably had like a dev cycle of like 6 months. Cause like old shovelware games often had like very strict like time. Like I would consider this game like shovelware, but it's like really good shovelware in terms of like the fact that it is. You know what I mean? Like my definition of shovelware is probably like pretty broad. Like I would consider it like basically any like cheap licensed game or, like, anything, like, particularly, like, low budget that isn't, like, a straight-up indie production. I think, like, that's probably a more broad definition of shovelware than most people would give it. But I think it fits, and I would consider this shovelware, but it's, like, good shovelware, though. You know what I mean? You had an El Tigre game on DS that you really liked, but you lost your copies years ago? That's so sad. Rip to the homie, El Tigre. I wanted to watch that show more as a kid. I remember seeing it and I thought that was kind of cool. The storyboarder who boarded that scene that caused my OKKO tweet voiced Tattletale in the game of the same name. That's really funny. I wonder if that person probably didn't see that tweet. Because I can't, like, that tweet is not that popular. It has, like, what, like 700 likes? Like, that's not that big. That's less than Aaron Hansen Cum Coma by a lot. I forgot about the pit. This game is kind of like if Pizza Tower wasn't good. That's not that bad. It kind of is like a worse Pizza Tower, though, a little bit. If they did, they probably found it funny, you know? No, people in the industry have a better sense of humor about that kind of thing. I hope so. Listen, if my mean OKKO tweet made, like, someone who worked on OKKO laugh, that would be very sweet to me. If only because it would make me laugh a lot that OKKO fans got really mad about that tweet. Like, if someone who worked on OKKO enjoyed that tweet, I would be fine with it because it would make it more funny that OKKO fans got mad at that post. Again, I will say, like, genuinely, I've made fun of Aaron Hansen a lot over the years, and I'll never understand people who are still hardcore Game Grumps fans. But honestly, again, the Game Grumps fandom took, they took the Aaron Hansen Cum Coma post in stride. I've never gotten, like, any Game Grumps, like, fan mad at me. Like, I've never gotten an angry comment from a Game Grumps fan. They've all just been like, yeah, you right. You kinda right, though. I think it's probably also because Game Grumps fans are a little sick of Aaron. So hello, Cosmic Plays. Welcome back. I think Aaron got mad about it because he didn't show it on the show. Oh my god, okay. I could talk about this for people who are not there. If you don't know the Aaron Hansen Cum Coma post, it's like this old tweet I made where I pretended that Aaron Hansen died of that. And, like, at some point, like, months after I had made this post, like, a while after I made this post, like, I think it was Sienna who started this. Like, Game Grumps made a tweet that was like, hey, we're gonna do a show where we, like, show off the best, like, Game Grumps, like, fan art and stuff. And we're gonna show the best Game Grumps jokes. And, like, like, Sienna, like, quote retweeted the Aaron Hansen Cum Coma post right under it. And, like, it just started a chain reaction where, like, for the rest of that night, my like, notifications were flooded with people quote retweeting my post under Game Grumps. I counted, I don't remember the exact number of people who did it, but it was over 100, including prominent names like Wayne Radio TV. I remember specifically that Wayne Radio TV retweeted the Aaron Hansen Cum Coma post. I think I remember that because that was when I started following Wayne. Was because he quote retweeted that, and I was like, oh, this guy's like a streamer, and like I've seen him around before. Maybe I should follow him. I didn't know, like, that's very funny as an origin story, actually. Because now that I'm thinking about it, like, that's how I got introduced to Wayne Radio TV, is the fucking Aaron Hansen Cum Coma post, and everybody else is like, Oh, yeah, I started watching him from HLVRAI. That trench was no match for two such manly men. Come on, Pat, time's a-wasting. We gotta get the crown and save the town. I was told this. I don't know if this is true because I haven't, like, really ever talked to Holly herself. But, like, Sienna told me once that she's pretty sure that Holly watched the Derby Open. My old, like, our old, I should say our because I didn't really do much for it, except commentate. Our old Smash Brothers custom stage Wi-Fi tournament. Apparently Holly saw that and thought it was funny. I don't have confirmation on that, that's just something Sienna told me, but I think that is funny, if so. I think that the Derby Open is maybe one of the streams of all time. It's definitely one of the better higher concept streams. I only wish we got to do the Derby Open too. That was an idea that was floated around at the time, but it just never happened. And you know what? We were close to making it happen, but the reason it did not happen was we wanted to do it right around the time that, like, a lot of, like, Smash Brothers players were getting called out for unsavory things that I will not talk about on this stream. But that was, like, a big blow, and, like, it was early in the pandemic, and, like, people were like, man, Smash Ultimates Online kinda sucks. So it was just, like, bad timing. We did not get enough people registered to be like, yeah, we could run this tournament, like, comfortably, and have it be, like, a fun stream. Grilled cheese Obama sandwich, now available at Arby's. Someone very powerful has sent me to destroy you two. You better move aside, because you're talking to some mighty men. We don't want to have to hurt you. Yeah, just look at our mustaches. You mean those fake seaweed mustaches. Ha ha ha. Oh, wait, I'm dumb. I forgot how this boss works. With the scallop. Hater tech. True. I died. That's fine. I got a couple good hits on him. We'll definitely beat him this time. It's really funny they included the line seaweed mustaches in the game and didn't bother to change the sprites they made. Definitely because of a lack of time. I've made encounters with a few internet micro celebrities. I mean, Holly still follows me on Twitter. We don't really interact. We're just mutuals. I've talked with Tyler Polyhex a few times, and if any of you guys know Roblox, you've probably played Super Bomb Survival, which Tyler made. They have, like, a decently big, like, Twitter following, which is still crazy. Because I only knew, because I never played Roblox, really, so just, like, having Tyler be there, and then, like, finding out later, like, they were friends with Socks, and that's how I first knew them, and then finding out that there's big Roblox dev was a little fucked up to find out. I was like, what? You know this niche micro internet celebrity named Motherfucker Morgan? I think that, like, I'm the ultimate, like, F-tier, like, internet celebrity. Like, I have, like, basically no clout, but, like, a lot of people have seen my shit somehow. In some way. Because I have a decent amount of stuff that got passed around. Bigger boot. It's a Cyclops. Hey, he's coming for us. That's it. Yeah, it was very funny finding Tyler had, like, wild internet clout. And you know what? That's a good way to, like, get to know someone, is not knowing that they have internet clout. Like, I would not, like, unironically, like, these days, I probably wouldn't make a crazy amount of friends on the internet that aren't, like, also streamers, just because it's one of those things where it's like, oh, people are gonna see me, and, like, I'm, like, a streamer, and that's why they want to be friends with me. Like, I don't fuck with that parasocial shit. You guys know that. Like, if you, we could probably get along if you can get past the fact that, like, oh my god, you're a streamer and I like watching your streams. Like, if we could vibe, like, you could do it. But that's why I never, like, encourage people, like, I don't encourage that kind of behavior, because I need you to understand that the amount of people I have made friends with based on, like, making videos and streams is, like, very small. Well, it's not very small. It's gotten bigger over the past couple years, but... Want to make a Dear God paper helmet or cardboard helmet? Cardboard would probably be stronger. You get scared when people DM you out of the blue. Huh? Are we dead? Is it? Could it be? It is! It's... Shell City! Why are we running? Why are we running if we're in Shell City? Why is this the first level of Shell City? They weren't this happy in the movie? Yeah, no, the point where they realize they're in Shell City is the point where they're dying. Again, this is very loosely based on the movie. I guess they probably couldn't get a good level out of SpongeBob and Patrick, like, dying. And honestly, that's fair. I don't know if I could make a good level based on SpongeBob and Patrick dying. I mean, maybe I could if I thought long and hard enough about it. But I don't think I will. I'll expend a lot of energy in my life. I don't know if I want to speculate how I'd make my own SpongeBob SquarePants movie game. There's already, like, 7 versions of it. Rapidly tap A to keep consciousness. True. True shit. Yeah, I don't know. Tyler is probably the person that I know with the most clout. And again, I just knew them from being Sock's friends, so it's very funny that I found that out later. I don't know. I don't know which version would be cooler. Yeah, this game has a password system. This is a GBA game that doesn't have a battery save, which is very funny. Again, you could tell this shit had, like, no budget. Also, did I just walk past that, like, one tack? Like, that definitely should have hurt me. Yeah, because I know those hurt me. I should play the GBA Incredibles game. Okay, I definitely, like, played some of those, like, Disney GBA games as a kid, and from what I remember, like, pretty much all of them were shit. I died! I could be wrong, but from what I remember, like, a lot of the Disney GBA games I had were fucking doo-doo. I had this one, like, Disney game that was called, like, Disney Party, and I was kind of expecting it to be, like, a Disney version of, like, Mario Party with, like, Mickey Mouse. And it was, like, it was not that. It was, like, this really bad, like, shitty party game. It sucked ass. But I played it a decent amount as a kid because, you know, when you're a kid, and especially if you grow up in, like, a big Disney-heavy, like, household, like, you end up indulging in a lot of Disney-related stuff. Remember one rule of the internet is don't look up things if you're not prepared for the consequences. Just float over that, because we need to make it to this. Yeah, this gimmick is a little fucked up, but it's kind of cool. Pizza Tower is kind of like this game, but worse. This is just like Sandopolis Zone. Yeah, I agree with that. I'll add that to my belief system. The SpongeBob techno. Oh, I'm not gonna make it in time. You lose! No! I do think the pixel art in this game is very cute. I like it. I like these sprites of SpongeBob and Patrick. I think this is a very good way to translate them into, like, 2D sprites. GBA had some good graphics. I feel like a lot of GBA games ended up looking really good because the GBA was one of the, like, last, like, 2D consoles. Like, not that they ever stopped doing 2D games, although it was definitely de-emphasized for a bit, but, like, this is the last console that really had, like, a primary focus on 2D looking games. Like, how many 3D GBA games have you played? I want everybody in chat to try and come up with, like, a single, like, 3D GBA game. And honestly, if you can even come up with that, I'll be very impressed. Because I can't even think of one. You never had a GBA, so you have no idea? Monkey Ball Jr.? The Super Circuit count? I think Super Circuit kind of counts. Now that I think about it, that's kind of an obvious one, but it kind of does count. Mother 3 is not a 3D GBA game. Close, but no dice. There's a lot of Fox 3D. Or like Foe. Is that how you say it? I don't remember how to say that word. Jimmy Neutron on GBA is a 3D platformer. What the fuck? Why the fuck was Jimmy Neutron on Game Boy Advance a 3D platformer? It is like Foe, okay. You get what I mean, though. I think the GBA was, like, the last console where, like, a lot of 2D games were made. I still feel like most GBA games were in 2D rather than 3D. I love that they let you do that. Like, they want you to do that. They want you to make SpongeBob get hurt. Oh, fuck, that was a trick so they could make you take longer. Actually, fuck you, way forward. Fuck you. Shantae's not even good. Sorry, I'm being a little hater. Your fire alarm's going off? Oh my god. SpongeBob in real life. Okay, I think what you're supposed to do here is that you're supposed to go under instead of over. This level is evil, especially considering it was meant for 5-year-olds. Well, again, the level with the crushing skulls was, like, so hard for me as a kid, and when I checked, like, YouTube comments about this game, people were like, oh yeah, that was, like, the hardest level to me as a kid. That, like, I would be impressed if any kid made it to this far in the game without passwords. Oh yeah, this is a little bit of a fucked up level. It's kind of a victim of screen crunch too. Like, I feel like I should be able to see down a little bit. Yeah, I'm supposed to go under like this. And see, now we have ample time to get to the fire alarm. Yeah, sometimes fire alarms just do that. Fire alarms love to be little pests sometimes. Don't do that. Don't eat my monitor. I got this for Christmas. You wouldn't ruin a good old Christmas present, would you? Okay, I know this is the end of the level. Guess you'd rather it goes off randomly than not. Mm-hmm. Just in case for the worst case scenario. I get it. Close. One more Shell City level. I'm gonna try for these extra lives. I don't really need the extra lives, but I remember the final boss of this game is, like, fucked up hard. So we might be there for a while. I gotta be honest, we're almost 2 hours into this stream. I thought I would have been done with this game by now. But I guess, like, playing this on a difficulty that isn't easy. Have I played Wario Land 4, and if not, will I consider it? Yes. I want to play Wario Land 4 at some point. I actually did play it once. But I got stuck on, like, the first level, because I was, like, 13 and I didn't understand how to play video games. During, like, the escape sequence, I didn't understand that you were literally just supposed to backtrack through the level. So I died badly. I think it's kind of cool that this level doesn't actually have, like, any enemies. Like, the entirety of the Shell City levels don't have real enemies. It's just that you're against the clock until you heat up. And also you got the hooks that are falling. Shout out to the Heavy from TF2. I definitely gotta play more TF2 on stream. Again, I gotta prepare to get, like, decent at TF2 again. If we're really getting, like, a summer update, I gotta get ready. I gotta get good, is what it comes down to. Especially now that I have a PC that runs it at, like, a good frame rate. We have to leave the era of Engineer and Medic being the only classes I'm good at. I want to be good as the Scout, because the Scout is fun. He runs really fast. I can't believe we did that. That was super close. Have a large stick to turn it off with if it happens again. Mm-hmm. Have fun. Have fun doing that. Shout out to Dear God. This is a very easy boss to cheese, honestly. Because you can just step on the fire alarm, you'll never be at risk of the temperature, and his only real attack is doing that. Which, if you just jump high enough, he can't reach you. And you can do the glide to ensure he'll never hit you. Get out of here, man. Woohoo, we did it! We escaped from Shell City. Now how do we get back to Bikini Bottom? I'm David Hasselhoff. I will take you back. Just soak it in, everyone. This is the graphic they used to show David Hasselhoff in the game. His nipple face spray. It's so funny. Like, they were not allowed to use David Hasselhoff's real face for this. Happy Middies Monday, everyone. Woohoo! He always says this. And you get the level on David Hasselhoff. It's so good. Hold the Hasselhoff. Yeah, I'd imagine some of those Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion voice lines are, pretty muffled. Yeah, I don't know what that is, but I'm asking you all to be mature about it when it comes to what is coming out of David Hasselhoff's body. Like, not the body hair, the other thing. I'm gonna ask you all to be fucking mature, okay? I don't want to hear anybody say, like, oh, it's white like cum. If you say that, you're fucked. It's just drops of water. Yeah, it's splashing water because he's swimming. I'm glad nobody in chat had a dirty mind. I was really worried about it. Because it was like a white thing coming at you. Ew. You said it, not us? Okay, well... I'm an adult. I'm always saying shit like that. That's not true, sorry, I just wanted to look cool. That's the entire Hasselhoff level. It's kind of an annoying level. That's like kind of a dumb level. But it's also cool because it's on David Hasselhoff. The Return of Dennis. Awesome level, I just held forward. Did you miss me? Ah! Now where were we? This is literally the same as his boss before, except that the platform's a little weird this time. Get this! Yeah, the platform is literally, and like, no exaggeration, it's literally just David Hasselhoff's ass. Can't imagine being David and having some fish stab your ass like this. Maybe it's relaxing. You know those old things in the movies where, like, people would be on the bed of spikes and they would just be, like, chilling on it? That's what it could be like. He put us in his man chest. Such control. Gee, Patrick, who would have thought David Hasselhoff waxes? Oh my god, you can tell they had to take his face out of the game, too. Look at it. Look at it. They were not allowed to use his likeness in this way-forward shovelware video game. All hands on deck. Hang on. My manly chest blast will get you back to Bikini Bottom. All hail Plankton. Patrick, we better get to the Krusty Krab. Let's go. King Neptune isn't supposed to be possessed yet. Okay, we have another one of these levels. This is like filler. It was called Planktopolis. Hank, it was called Planktopolis, Hank! Hank, you're making the video game wrong! That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, these levels are easy as fuck. I was actually, like, a little worried if I didn't have, like, infinite health, these levels would be a little hard, but they're really not. They're still, like, really easy. Renaming the town that just Plankton is extremely funny, though. Yeah, and it doesn't even, like, look that fucked up. Like, at the end of the movie, like, Bikini Bottom, or, like, towards the end of the movie, rather, Bikini Bottom is, like, a wreck. But for this game, they just reused the Bikini Bottom assets from the beginning of the game. Krusty Krab won. And God, have you guys had enough of this song? They just keep using the same song. It played through, like, the entirety of Shell City, and now it's playing again. Wearing headphones and it hurts your upper head because you're wearing glasses. I feel that. That happens. Sometimes when I'm wearing headphones for too long, it starts to hurt my ears a little bit. Yeah, whoever the composer of this game was really proud of this one song. This is SpongeBob's classic song. Ow. Yeah, I should have jumped on his head. Guess who ran towels in the dryer? Also, see you, Cosmic Plays. Thanks for hanging out. Guess who ran towels in the dryer for over 2 hours, but they're still wet because some maniac put an entire blanket in there? Uh-oh. Dude, laundry is like a relaxing chore, but it is also a sucks chore. Because it's a lot of waiting. You know what I mean? Like, it's like when you're actually doing it, it only takes like a few minutes to do. But also, you have to do a lot of waiting for it, and it's easy to forget. That's where I'm always at with laundry. I, like, almost always forget I have laundry. Thankfully, all my laundry is in my room. I did my laundry the other day. And good thing, I was out of, like, good jeans to wear. I didn't want to go see Socks and Damien in sweatpants. I used to be a sweatpants warrior when I was younger. But I think that was, partially, the depression. Now that I'm older, I'm not as bothered by jeans. I'm not the hugest jeans head, but it's like the easiest thing to like throw on, you know? Like if I want to look like decently nice, just throw on a pair of jeans. Sweatpants are more comfy, but like, I don't know. I don't want to be the kind of person that goes everywhere in sweatpants anymore. That's the old me. You're a loose slip-on pants warrior, not so much sweats. Look. This hammer guy. He keeps fucking me up. You keep hiccuping today. Help. Try the trick where you, like, hold your breath. Like, try not to breathe for a second. Don't do it so long that you pass out, but whenever I have the hiccups, like, I'll just, like, take, like, 15 seconds to hold my breath, and sometimes it works. Sometimes it works a fucking charm. I usually only, and this is, like, a little gross to say, but again, we're adults here, be fucking mature. A lot of the times when I get indigestion, I get, like, really, I get gross, like, hiccup burps. And it fucking sucks, and I always do that trick, and it stops it. And it's, like, I hate doing it. I hate it. Life tip, you will never get hiccups if you never breathe. True. I've never gotten hiccups from, like, drinking too much. That's never happened to me. But I know it happens. Otherwise, media lied to me. It didn't work? That's so sad. I'm so sorry. That's, like, the only, like, major, like, hiccup trick I know. Is, like, hold your breath for a while. I'm sorry. Your hiccups are, like, painful, so you dread getting them? Yeah, hiccups suck. Why are those NPCs dressed like Spongebob? Yeah, why aren't you? To be fair. But yeah, I don't know. Is it, like, too late to transition to FF14 after this. Maybe we will do Theater Rhythm. Because I'm, like, wondering, like, we still have, like, 2 more levels in the final boss. And, like, the final boss is really hard. So we might be there for a while. Because even with infinite health, like, I was like, damn, if I wasn't doing that, I would die a lot. I don't know, I'll think about it. I kind of do want to play Theater Rhythm since it just came in today. And I feel like, we'll be good for tomorrow, because that's the big, like, multiplayer stream. We're going to be playing, like, exclusively multiplayer stuff. And also, again, like, especially since I'm not going to be able to stream, like, at night, at least until next Sunday, I'll probably do a morning stream of FF14, honestly. That'll probably happen, especially since I finally broke the ice with doing morning streams, and I was like, man, this is really fun. And, like, I was worried there weren't going to be a lot of people there, but actually it was, like, fairly standard viewership. And I appreciate it. Again, I appreciate especially that you guys deal with my, like, weird... what has consistently always been my worst thing has been scheduling. I appreciate you guys putting up with it. It's the curse of the variety streamer. Even the times I stream vary. Hurting the jellies? I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Yeah, maybe I'll play some Theater Rhythm. I feel like by the time we beat King Neptune, it'll probably be a little late. And I don't want to keep my good European friends up too long. Krusty Krab 2. Okay, final level of the game time. Again, FF14 is definitely tomorrow. We're doing Mario Party, we're doing FF14. And I think I want to do TF2. If I don't spend too much time on FF14, we'll do some TF2 as well. You give me Theater Rhythm tips if I play that? Sure, that sound effect won't get annoying. Yeah, I don't know what they were cooking with the beginning of that level. Or this level. We're still in it. I mean, I played the Theater Rhythm demo, and I thought that was good. I had fun with that. You know what I do want to kind of do? And maybe not tonight, but I do want to do another Pokemon Showdown stream at some point. I think we should, like... I think we collaboratively should, like, come together to, like, make a fucked up OU team of, like, absolute weirdos that nobody would reasonably run. Like, maybe, like, Pokemon you would expect to see run, but with, like, sets that you wouldn't normally see. Like, I tried something a little fucked up recently. I was talking about this with my good friend Joey. Shout out to Joey. We were, like, talking about it, and we were like, Wide Lens Rotom Wash could be kind of funny. If you don't know what the Wide Lens does, it, like, slightly raises your accuracy in battle. I didn't mean to do that also. It slightly raises your accuracy. So, like, Thunder goes from, like, a 70% chance to a 77% chance of hitting. Which is not great, but it's about as much as, like, Hydro Pump was normally. So I was like, wait, we're kind of cooking with this. And I actually did have, like, one battle where I had, like, a really good match with my fucked up Rotom. We should cook sets like that. Like, we need to come up with fucked up sets for a lot of, like, the best OU guys. Because I don't know. Team building has never been my strength. If I'm gonna do, like, actual team building and not, like, random battles, I kind of would just prefer to run, like, wacky shit that doesn't always work, but can catch people off guard. Also, no problem, Devi. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good night. Yeah, I'm kind of realizing this game might be a little loud, because I have it almost turned all the way up. But I mean, nobody's complained about not being able to hear me, so it's probably fine. Think that every Pokemon move should hit for your friends no matter what. I actually remember the specific reason why we were considering a wide lens, like, Rotom set was because, like, I had one match where I hit, like, every single Hydro Pump. And, like, that pissed the other guy off so bad that he, like, forfeited. Because he was, like, doing recover strats. He was hoping, like, eventually, like, one of my Hydro Pumps would miss because my Hydro Pumps were doing slightly more damage than he was able to recover. But I just didn't miss. And it's like, you know, it's not a huge chance to miss, but 20% is more than usually is preferable. And I just don't miss. The thing is, I just don't miss. And I think that's why we were we started cooking the wide lens set. And that's the origin story. I'd love to cook more fucked up sets like that. Or maybe even just try, like, Pokemon that aren't that good in OU and try and make them work. Like I did with Cloyster. Cloyster was a lot of fun to use in early Scarlet and Violet OU. I probably still could make Cloyster work because Earthworm is a very good partner for it, but I don't know. I haven't been using it recently. I'm sorry to Cloyster. Alright, final boss time. I don't know how long we're gonna take on this, because again, this is like a really hard final boss. Hopefully not too long. I say if we beat this before the 2.5 hour mark, we'll play some Final Fantasy XIV. But otherwise, I think it'd probably be a little late. Stop! Who said that? We did. Don't listen to them, Neptune. Destroy them. Mwahaha. Destroy them. Fuck. Okay. Fuck. Okay, I did get a hit on him already. Actually, that's better than I thought I would do. Destroy them, yes! King Neptune, Plankton is controlling you. Don't listen to those babies. Do it, Neptune. Destroy them. We just have to, like, dash as soon as we see it. I missed! I fucking missed! Incoming! Oh shit! Thank you, Bomber, for the raid! Hi, everyone! Hope you had a good stream, Bomber. Who would win, Acrylic Spongebob or Charcoal Patrick? Ain't that the question of the hour? I'm on Team Acrylic Spongebob, but I feel like it could be a toss-up. No, Neptune, don't stop now. Destroy them. Destroy. Plankton is controlling you. Wow. Feeling Acrylic Spongebob as well? Mm-hmm. I'm going hard Acrylic Spongebob. I'm doubling down. But yeah, I hope you had a good stream, Bomber. Welcome, you're just in time for me to finish SpongeBob. And then we might play some Final Fantasy. You were playing Ironclad and Slay the Spire and got your ass beat the entire stream? Mm-hmm. I've heard some good things about Slay the Spire. I kind of want to play it at some point. That could be a fun stream, maybe. Maybe. I know the roguelike I was thinking of streaming, like, since I kind of stopped doing Isaac. I wanted to do Enter the Gungeon. I still have to play that. There's so many good video games, guys. There's too many good video games and I want to play them all. And you know what? Instead of playing those video games that I've been thinking about, I'm playing SpongeBob SquarePants the movie on GBA, made by WayForward. Enter the Gungeon is another big favorite of yours. You're still super new to this to Slay the Spire, but you're loving it so far. I know my good friend Joey loves Slay the Spire. He's a bigger card game gamer than I am, but I like a good card game every now and then. I think, like, I liked the loop that, like, Inscription had. Inscription was, like, really fun. And, like, not even just the first act. I thought, like, all the acts had, like, really fun gimmicks to them. Maybe the PO3 act was my least favorite, to be honest. But I still thought it was pretty good. And I'm talking purely on a gameplay level. It's a very good story in the last arc. Inscription is dope. I loved building, like... I could see why they would base, like, the infinite mode based off the first act, because that really is the act where you can build the most fucked up cards. It's, like, the easiest to come up with a fucked up deck to build, and it's kinda awesome. What was the stupid shit I beat Inscription with? Does anybody remember, like, the Inscription streams really well? I remember I won with some goofy shit. Was it the pelts? I think it was! I think it was something with the pelts, actually. Like, people in chat were dunking on me for having the pelts, and then I found a way to use them in, like, the final boss that was, like, crazy. I think I gotta do the dash earlier. Like, I think before I even see them, I just gotta decide, like, okay, this is around when I should dash. I think I remember, I also had, like, a really strong Ouroboros card. That's probably one of the easier cards in that game to break. Doesn't make it any less fun to do it, though. There we go, damageless. Damageless for the first phase. That's what we need. Of the Ouroboros cheese, it just breaks the rest of the game. Yeah. Fuck! He caught me in time. Caught in 4K. I gotta say, like, I do not have the problem with the controls in this game at all. I think this game actually, like, controls really well. Fuck. If I just didn't jump there, I would have won. I was getting greedy. I was doing, like, some crazy jump tech. Come on, we gotta beat this, so I can play Final Fantasy. Fuck. Hold on, let's restart. Redo. Redo, roll it back. Also, no problem, Bomber. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good night, and thank you for the raid again. We're almost done. We're almost done, lads. Fuck! He waited a long time for that. He's tricky. He's learning. He's like a real AI. Dude, they made Infinite Seinfeld. What if they made Infinite King Neptune? Infinite SpongeBob movie! A version of the SpongeBob movie that doesn't end! Wow, that would be kinda awesome. And then we could Goofy Goober rock forever. You got CP Saver on Cyrus, you feel like this is too much power. I like that you can get kind of fucked up builds in Octopath. God, Octopath is such a good game. I wish it wasn't so long, otherwise I would genuinely consider it for a full stream, because I really like the first game, and I bet I'm really gonna like the second game, based on the demo. It's like, it's not even that it's just a little too long, it's like way longer than I would normally go. Like, what is it? Like a 60-hour game at least? That's a big game. It's a big game. I think like 40 hours is definitely like the upper limit. And it's gotta be like a pretty good 40-hour game. Because otherwise it's just gonna be like extremely exhausting. Like, FF7 Remake was exhausting. Cause it's like, it's a fine game. It's not necessarily a game I was looking to play for 40 hours. I don't know, FF7 Remake, it was a video game. It was a video game that I bought and I played. I don't regret, like, buying it or playing it, but I wish it wasn't so damn long. It really does not, like, considering how much of Final Fantasy VII is actually in that game, it does not need to be that long. Like, it's kind of cool to get a bigger elaboration on Midgar. I didn't need that much elaboration. I don't know, it has cool moments. I don't want to be like an ultimate FF7 Remake hater, because that would make it seem like I didn't enjoy any of my time with it, which I did. I had some fun times with FF7 Remake, but it was too long. That's kind of true also. I think the FF7 Remake OST is pretty good, but like the FF7 original OST is just so classic. And it's like, how could you live up to that? Like, I don't know, there's never gonna be a better version of One Winged Angel than the original. And it's crazy that Square Enix is still trying. We're gonna beat it! Guys! You think you can beat me? You're just a kid. What can a kid do? I'll show you what I can do. Come on, everybody. Let's show him what a kid can do. Press the A button rapidly to harness the power of rock. Okay, everybody in chat, I want to see your A's. Oh, fuck. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, we beat the game. You're one patty away from a bad number. We did it! Take him away, boys! And thank you, Spongebob and Patrick, for saving the town by getting the crown. You're free to go, Mr. Krabs. I can't get over how fucked up King Neptune looks in this. This is the same graphic from the beginning of the game, also. You did it! Thanks for saving me, boys. Or shall I say, men. I love that this is, like, the generic, like, Mr. Krabs stock art. We'd rather be kids, yeah. Goofy Goober, yeah. Wow. What a game. Well, that was SpongeBob SquarePants, the movie, the game. It's alright. Again, I have a weird fascination with it. Pretty much entirely because I could not beat this shit as a kid. But now that I'm an adult, I can play it and I can be like, this is an alright 2D platformer. That's nothing crazy. It doesn't redefine the wheel or anything, but it's alright. I like that it's a weirdo version of the movie. I like that. But yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. If you want to play a weirdo 2D platformer, this one's alright. I don't have too much to say about it. I mean, it's just an alright video game. It doesn't necessarily excel in anything, but it doesn't, like, it's not bad. Oh, dude, now we gotta do SpongeBob movie post-game. We gotta do Champions Road in SpongeBob. How do I get there? I have to do 30 of these? No, thank you. Oh, wow, I am one clam away from the evil number. Alright, you know what? I think we got some time. We'll play some Final Fantasy XIV tonight. Why not? 2 days in a row with Final Fantasy XIV ain't hurting nobody. And who knows, maybe I will still play a little Theater Rhythm afterwards. Mayhaps. Maybe we'll end the night with, like, Theater Rhythm, and I'll just do, like, the Final Fantasy VII story. Because that's the one I know. But thank you for joining me for SpongeBob. That's the most anyone has ever played Final Fantasy XIV. True. Nobody ever played that game before. Nobody plays that video game.